Bitcoin's future outlook is more bullish than you might think. Most people are going to miss what happens with Bitcoin and in crypto. Crypto in the next 6 months will make millionaires. You're going to understand everything over the next 3 minutes, so stay tuned, smash the like button, and send this video to one friend with the comment, last chance. Because I think we're going to look back on the summer of 2025 and laugh about how low some of these prices are, not just Bitcoin, but crypto as well. Even further, Bitcoin bear markets as we know them are over, essentially. Bitcoin has a lot more room to the upside than the downside. It's obvious. Think about it. There are just 4 things you need to understand the asymmetrical opportunity that is Bitcoin and crypto right now. Number 1, Wall Street, with BlackRock leading the way, changed things with the ETFs that they launched back in the beginning of 2024. You can see the distinct change in market structure here. What most people don't realize about the ETFs is that it's a process to onboard everybody and turn all parts of Wall Street on. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill as each different sector of Wall Street gets turned on to the new Bitcoin ETFs. They will get into pension funds. They will get into many funds. And the salesmen that make up Wall Street are about to begin soliciting sales more and more, calling you saying, hey, you need to buy Bitcoin. You need to have 1%, 2%, 3% in your portfolio. Wall Street is a selling machine. This year will be better for the ETFs than last year. Every year for the next few years, we should see an increase in ETF buying. And you need to understand the ETFs alone buy up more Bitcoin than is produced per day. Just like what happened with gold, this is very bullish. Number 2, the largest capital market in the world, the US, is now crypto friendly. They're not only crypto friendly, the US is taking steps to become the most crypto friendly nation in the world, more than Singapore, more than Dubai or the UAE. The stablecoin bill, the market structure bill, pro-crypto SEC, pro-crypto SEC chair, pro-crypto CFTC chair, pro-crypto treasury secretary, appointing a crypto czar and crypto council to oversee everything. Banks and financial entities across the country are all onboarding this year. Institutions are now onboarding this year. The effects of the US president being so pro-Bitcoin and crypto cannot be understated and have yet to be fully seen. Leading us to number 3, nation states around the world are buying. It used to just be El Salvador. Now it's a race between the US and the UAE. Larry Fink is being called personally more and more into sovereign wealth meetings. And like he says in this clip, if more and more countries start having the conversation that he's having with certain countries and wealth funds, Bitcoin would be at 700K plus.
I was with a sovereign wealth fund during this week, and that was the conversation. Should we have a 2% allocation? Should we have a 5% allocation? If everybody adopted that conversation, but, it would be 500,000, 600,000, 700,000 per Bitcoin.
Number 4, and I really don't think most people on crypto YouTube understand what's happening with this. And that's that what Michael Saylor started, way more companies are doing now, not just 10, not just 20, 40, 50. It's going to be over 100 soon if it's not already. And what they're doing is all of these companies are buying Bitcoin. These companies are buying more Bitcoin per day than is produced per day. Michael Saylor alone is buying more Bitcoin per day than is produced per day. And going even further, it's not just buying Bitcoin and holding. More and more companies are implementing the Saylor strategy and issuing debt to buy more Bitcoin. You as a Bitcoin holder benefit seeing all of these different companies start issuing debt to buy even more Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's supply is fixed and its supply flow is capped. There are only 450 new Bitcoin created per day. More and more people and institutions are buying Bitcoin to hold for a long time. Every cycle before was just made up of retail and hedge funds and traders. What started in 2024 and is ramping up this year is so many different entities buying and holding for a very long time. It's more than a trade to the class of buyers that are coming in the market this year. So the price is going to have to grind higher as sellers become exhausted, and Bitcoin holders are demanding a higher price to sell their coins. Don't you see what's happening? Risk and confidence is coming back into the market. The S&P 500 is just 2.8% below its all-time highs, even as U.S. debt continues to surge. It's not going to break above tomorrow or the next day, but this is about to break above all-time highs sometime in the next few months. Speaking about Bitcoin and crypto, Bitcoin has the same level of adoption as the internet had in 1999. Coinbase has just secured its MiCA license, unlocking access to all 27 European countries. And yet Bitcoin is still low $100,000. The United States of America added 379,000 new millionaires in 2024. This is the newly created millionaires, not to mention the ones they had before, and the billionaires. And yet such a low fraction of them can ever even own one Bitcoin, let alone if they want 2 Bitcoin or 3 Bitcoin or a Bitcoin for every family member, or 10 Bitcoin, 100 Bitcoin. Every wealth manager and family officer in the world is waiting for Bitcoin to dip below 100K to inject more capital, or their starting amount of capital. The question is, will sub 100K happen? And with Bitcoin and the S&P 500 showing such strength, there's a lot of reason to think quality altcoins are about to surge. The Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, huge crypto bull, huge stablecoin bill. Tom Lee notes here that a large part of the stablecoin market takes place on Ethereum. Ethereum is a direct beneficiary of the Genius Act and coming surge in stablecoins. ETH today is only $2,500 per coin though. Many altcoins will not ever see its all-time high ever again. Look for coins that are getting some of the same types of adoption that Bitcoin is getting. Bloomberg raises approval odds for spot XRP, Dogecoin, and Cardano ETFs to 90%. And it's not just these three. There are a lot of quality altcoins. So much is happening in cryptocurrency. You need to be subscribed and study the market and stay engaged every day. That's why subscribing to channels like ours and other channels, or watch for podcast interviews, or just staying in tune with what leaders in the space are saying and what's actually happening, it's so important. Time in the market is how you become a millionaire. And that's why I hope you subscribe to our channel and continue watching. We do have some banger videos, different interviews, top altcoin videos, deep dives coming out soon. So make sure you subscribe.
My name is John, and I thought inflation was good for the economy.
Hi, John. My name's Sarah, and I thought the dollar was still backed by gold.
Hi, Sarah.
My name is Rachel, and I keep all my money in a checking account.
Hi, Rachel.
My name is Gerald, and I only invest in bonds, government bonds.
Hi, Gerald.
Fiat addiction is real. Make Bitcoin your recovery.